Welcome to my channel.
In the heart of a vast and ancient kingdom, there once lived an old sultan named Amir, who was known far and wide for his wisdom and kindness. He resided in a grand palace with his beloved wife, Queen Farah, and an unlikely companion, a majestic wolf named Zephyr. Zephyr was no ordinary wolf. He had been rescued by the sultan when he was just a pup, injured and abandoned in the dense forest that surrounded the palace. The sultan's heart was moved by the creature's vulnerability and strength, and he took him in, nursing him back to health. From that day on, a unique bond formed between Amir, Zephyr, and Farah. The kingdom was a place of prosperity and harmony, thanks to the sultan's just rule and the wisdom he gleaned from years of experience. However, Amir's health had begun to decline with the passage of time, leaving him weaker by the day. Despite his ailing body, his mind remained sharp, and he continued to guide his people with the same wisdom that had made him a beloved ruler. As the years passed, Zephyr had grown into a magnificent beast, his loyalty to the sultan and his queen unwavering. He would often accompany Amir on his walks through the palace gardens, his presence a symbol of protection and companionship. Many marveled at the sight of the old sultan walking beside the powerful wolf, their bond transcending the boundaries of species. One day, news of an impending invasion reached the kingdom's borders. A neighboring kingdom, driven by greed and ambition, sought to conquer the prosperous land that Amir had nurtured. The sultan's advisors were frantic, urging him to take up arms and defend his kingdom. Yet, Amir, wise beyond his years, knew that a different approach was needed. Gathering his closest confidants, Amir devised a plan. He sent emissaries to the rival kingdom, inviting their leaders to a peaceful parley. When the rival sultan and his advisors arrived at the palace, they were greeted not by a show of force, but by Amir, his queen, and the magnificent wolf Zephyr. Amir spoke eloquently of the futility of war and the importance of coexistence. He shared stories of his kingdom's prosperity, built on principles of empathy and understanding. And then, to the amazement of all, he invited the rival sultan to sit and dine with him, breaking bread in a gesture of friendship. Over the course of that meal, walls began to crumble. Prejudices were replaced by shared stories, and animosity transformed into understanding. By the end of the evening, a treaty had been forged, one that promised collaboration and mutual benefit instead of conflict. News of the peaceful resolution spread like wildfire, inspiring neighboring kingdoms and distant lands alike. Amir's wisdom had once again prevailed, not through might, but through compassion and diplomacy. With the rival sultan now an ally, the kingdom thrived even more. Amir's health continued to decline, but his legacy lived on through the harmonious rule of his successors. And when his time finally came, he passed away peacefully, knowing that he had left a kingdom united, prosperous, and defined by its commitment to understanding. As for Zephyr, his presence remained an enduring symbol of the old sultan's wisdom and the power of unlikely friendships. He roamed the palace gardens, a majestic reminder that even the most extraordinary companions could be found in the unlikeliest of places. And as the sun set over the kingdom, casting a warm glow over the palace, the legacy of the old sultan, his queen, and the magnificent wolf continued to shine brightly.